Hi, I'm Sara Guillaume, the Senior Director of Grant-Making Operations here at the Colorado Health Foundation. I'm going to spend a few minutes walking through how to apply for funding through the Foundation. In the next few minutes, I'll review how to navigate our website to find funding, as well as the process for applying. I'll also cover how to register on our new grant application system called Flux. It's important to note that all applicants, whether you've applied for a grant before with the Foundation, need to register in Flux. And finally, I'll review what you can expect after you apply for a grant. If you have additional questions after listening to this information, I suggest that you check out the resources on our website. And of course, please don't hesitate to email or call me directly. Now let's get started. We request that all applicants who are able to please submit an application online. You can find the link to our online application at our website, www.coloradohealth.org. We use an online application form in order to reduce the use of paper, and it also allows for us to have consistency in the application submitted each deadline. We also believe that this system is easier for you to use as applicants, as it allows you to submit all information electronically rather than via snail mail or email. First, it's good to know that there are many resources on our website where you can get additional information about how to apply and our application process overall. On our homepage, from the top bar, you can navigate to Funding. This will take you to the page you see here, which includes detailed information on the steps needed to apply for funding. The process to apply is listed here. First, identify a funding type or grant program that you're interested in applying for. Review the program criteria to ensure that your organization and project are eligible and that there's a match between your project and the funding criteria. You may want to review the frequently asked questions listed on our website for more information about our funding process, particularly if you're a first-time applicant or if it's been a while since you've applied for funding. Although not required, we also encourage you to reach out to the program officer associated with the specific funding opportunity or grant program in order to further discuss your proposed project as needed. You can gather the information you'll need in order to complete your proposal, and once you're ready, click on the Sign Up to Apply button within your selected funding opportunity to begin your application. Note that if you do not finish your application in one session, on subsequent visits, you'll use the second button that you'll see on our website, which is labeled Access Your Application. Start by navigating to our website, www.coloradohealth.org. Once there, scroll down to the Find Open Funding section and click on Find Funding. This is an example of what you'll see once you click the Find Funding button on the previous page. You'll see a list of available funding types for the next grant application deadline. We have 3 funding types available: funding opportunities, responsive grant programs, and rapid response funding. Each of the listings here will take you to another page where you'll find more information and eligibility criteria for that particular program or opportunity. You'll also notice on this page if any of the available funding opportunities are by invitation only. You can still click on these pages to find more information about that particular opportunity or program, and you can also connect with the program officer working in that area if you'd like to learn more. When you click further to enter a specific funding opportunity, you'll see an overview of the funding in that area, as well as the criteria for the opportunity and contact information for our staff. In addition, on this page, you'll see an entry point into the online application. You'll want to click on the green button that says Sign Up to Apply, which is our online application system. If you've already started your application or have an account in our grants management system, you'll click Access Your Application. In May 2018, the Foundation transitioned to a new grants management system called Flux. This will streamline the application and reporting process for applicants and grantees, and we welcome your feedback as you access the system. Please feel free to reach out to me directly if you have questions or comments. Note that all applicants, including those who have previously applied to the Foundation, will need to create a new account when accessing the system for the first time. In addition, we encourage all applicants to create a Flux account with the Colorado Health Foundation at least 1 week before the application deadline in order to confirm that your registration is complete in advance of submitting an application. So you'll access the Foundation's Flux portal from our website, again, www.coloradohealth.org. And to create an account, you're going to select that option that you see here on the right of the screen. To create an account with the Colorado Health Foundation's Flux portal, you will need to provide basic information about your organization and contact information. Once you submit your registration request, you'll see this message. You can expect to receive an email from the Foundation with your login credentials within 1 business day of submitting your registration. Once you've received your login credentials from the Foundation via email, you'll return to the grantee portal to log in, using the option at the left of your screen. Enter your username and password and click on Sign In. Note that this is also where you'll come to if you ever need to reset your password. While Flux will work with all web browsers, it's recommended that you use Chrome for the best experience when completing and submitting your application. When you first log into our grants management system, here's the screen that you will see. Let's take a moment to walk through the available options. The left side of the screen provides a menu of options, and here you can find information about the application process. You'll visit the section called Grant Request to see both in-progress and submitted applications that are associated with your account. You'll also be able to look at both active and closed grants. In addition, for grantees, this is where you'll access reports that are due or have been submitted, review your payment schedule and find information about payments already made, and where you can request an amendment to an active grant. You can also update your organizational contact information here if needed. When you're ready, you'll click on the Apply for a Grant button on the screen. This will take you into the application. And note that on this page, you'll also find helpful information about what you can do from the grantee portal overall, as well as tips for managing your account. Let's take a moment to discuss 2 important parts of navigating through the application. Towards the top of the application, you'll see a table of contents, which provides you quick access to different sections within the application. At the bottom of your screen, you'll see options to cancel your application or save your application. Throughout the application, you'll notice that some fields are listed in bold text. This signifies that the field is required, and you will not be able to submit your application without including this information. To begin, you'll provide basic organizational and contact information. Note that some of this information will be filled in when you enter the application based on the information that you provided during the registration process. Next, you'll need to select what you are applying for and choose the correct application. We recommend that you visit the Foundation's website pages that were highlighted earlier in this presentation to identify what you want to apply for. And remember that you can reach out to us to discuss if you have any questions or are unsure which application to use. We want to help you make the best selection possible, so don't hesitate to use us as a resource. So to begin, you'll want to select if you're applying for all other funding, rapid response funding, or the responsive grants program. You'll see a hyperlink in these instructions to take you back to the website, and again, don't hesitate to call us if you're unsure what to select. The application questions that you will see will be determined by the selection that you make here, which is why it's important to pick the right option. Once you make the initial selection under I am applying for, you'll then need to designate the specific program or opportunity that you want to apply for. Here are the options under the selection All Other Funding for the Foundation's June 2018 application deadline. Please note that these options may be different for subsequent deadlines. This is just an example. This screen shows you the funding type options under Responsive Grants Program for the Foundation's June 2018 application deadline. Again, the options that you see may be different for subsequent application deadlines. Please note that you can only select one option. If you feel your project addresses more than one, please select the one that most closely aligns or is the main focus of your work. And note within your narrative that you're addressing multiple areas. Again, if you're not sure which to select, please give the Foundation a call and we can discuss. As I said a few moments ago, the funding type that you select will determine what application questions you see. What we'll be looking at now are the questions associated with the All Other Funding application used for the Foundation's June 2018 application deadline. You may find slightly different questions if you pick another option, but I hope that this will give you a general idea as to the type of information requested within the applications. Here you can see that you'll need to provide a project title, proposal summary, the type of support you are applying for, as well as some information about your organization and project budget. You'll also enter the amount of money that you're requesting, as well as the amount of time that you need for your grant. Note that many of these fields have character limits, and you must adhere to these in order to successfully submit your application. There is a character counter that will help you track your information as you enter it. Within the application, you will be asked to identify the geographic area that you intend to serve. You can select one or multiple counties, as well as Colorado statewide if your project will address the entire state. You'll be asked to provide estimates as to the percentage of people that you intend to serve in the areas that you select. Please note that these are estimates only, and they do not need to be perfect numbers. Your application will not be rejected based on your estimates, so it is fine to just enter your best guess. You'll also enter similar information for the age group or groups that you are targeting with your proposal. Again, just provide your best estimate if you are not sure about an exact percentage that you are targeting. You'll then move into a portion of the application that will ask for information about your organization. Here you can see that we ask for information about your programs and activities, your board of directors and staff, as well as key partners. Depending on what the foundation has on file for your organization, you may also see your mission statement pre-populated in this section. If the mission statement is out of date or incorrect, you can update it. To do that, you'll need to save your application and then navigate back to the option menu we reviewed a few moments ago, to the left side of the screen that you see when you initially log into the grantee portal. Towards the bottom of that menu, there's an option that you can select that says Update Organizational Contact Information, and that's where you'll be able to update your mission statement if needed. Here you can see the types of information that we're requesting about your specific proposal. Again, these questions will look slightly different if you select a different application and funding type, but in general we'll ask you for more information about your proposed activities, any risks to the work, your timeline, and how you will measure the success of your project. You will be required to upload these listed attachments before you can submit your application. If you're using a fiscal sponsor, you may also be directed to attach a few additional items. A few notes regarding items that we frequently get questions about. For your current annual operating budget, this should include revenues and expenses for your organization's current fiscal year. For your organization's most current financial statements, please include an interim income statement and balance sheet through the most recently closed month end of the current year. You can find this and other detailed information about the required attachments on our website and within the online application. Here is the budget form for you to use when providing detail on your grant request. This is a required format and can be found on the Foundation's website. If you're applying for a general operating grant, your entire request should be placed in the general operating support line item, and additional details should be supplied in your budget narrative. This is the only line item that you will use for a general operating grant, and this line item should not be used for project support, capacity building, or capital grant requests. For those requests, please use the lower 4 line items. Refer to the budget instructions on our website or within the application for a description of what to include in each line item. Again, use your budget narrative to provide additional detail. Please note that the line item of indirect costs is reserved for colleges and universities only. For colleges and universities, the Foundation allows a maximum of 10% of direct costs and does not pay indirect costs on consultants or subcontracts or equipment. A federally negotiated indirect rate does not qualify for indirect costs to be supported by the Foundation. This section of the application has an upload feature from which you can attach each required item. If you have any questions regarding attachments to submit or how to upload those documents, please don't hesitate to contact me. And if you don't have a particular document electronically, you can call or email me and we'll make alternate arrangements for submission of that material. In order to submit the application, you must first save it. To access a saved but not yet submitted application, you'll find it under the In Progress section of your grantee portal. Once you hit the Submit button for your online application form, you'll receive an email confirmation. As needed, we'll be in touch with you to discuss your proposal. And please note that while we strive to make review decisions on proposals as quickly as possible, our process is approximately 4 months. You'll be notified as soon as a decision is reached. If you have any questions at any point during the process, please feel free to contact me. You'll find my contact information here, and again, as we transition to our new grants management system, I welcome your comments and questions. This concludes our webinar today, and I want to thank you for your time. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me or any other Foundation staff directly. Thank you for joining us as we work to bring health and reach for all Coloradans.